Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm here with a lyrical deck profile and it will be the Feltyroza build. So I finally get my missing pieces and I can actually do a deck profile for you guys, and this is the second deck that I have for lyrical that I actually own the deck, and probably this will be the last one so far because we only can have a lyrical update on next year, so yeah, it's once per year. So yeah, that's probably what we have. And with this deck, actually I personally think we do need more support for it, because we do have like a lot of ghosty to play with this deck, but that's still something that the deck is lacking of. And while actually looking through the list, then you will probably see it. For right line, I'm using all the Feltyroza. So the grade 1, when you ride on top of her, so plus 1, put a ghost from drop add to your hand, and grade 2, you put 1 normal unit ghost from your hand to your total deck, and pick up another ghost from drop. And then when you go for grade 3, you're starting to drive check ghost normal unit and call them out so you can do multiple attacks. In return, you increase a drive check. So only can call the front row, so the maximum you can do in overdress is basically 2. So you can maximum do 5 attacks, I think. Nothing too much. And the thing is, Feltyroza herself is actually a vampire, not a ghost. So if you check her out, nothing will happen. Yeah, and this is the reason why, except the grade 3 Feltyroza, we will not get any grade 1 and grade 2 into the main deck, because they're vampire, you can pick them up, and there's nothing more you can do with her. Okay, so main deck, 3 more Feltyroza because we do want personal ride, and personal ride is quite important in here, not because she requires personal ride to do some skills, but this deck requiring us to do multiple attacks, and Vanguard attack to be the third one, saying if you are doing 5 attacks, she will be your third one. And you first need to attack 2 times that you don't face a defensive, and once you face a defensive, it might be hard to go through sometimes. So having the personal right there help you adjust the power a lot better, and all of the attacks will become more scary, I would say. And let's look into some parts that you can do multiple attacks with. First is Ingrid. So Ingrid is a triple rare we have for the set, so, and it's something that you really need, not only for the starter build but more for this build, because when she attack, is forcing her to go to the bottom of the deck. In return, you get 5k plus. So it's not a simple 5k shield. They at least need to drop something for 10k. And if you call her outside from hand to Riga Circle, you can counter charge 1. So, like for example, if you call her with Feltyroza, you counter blast 1 and you gain that counter blast back. And you also get to stand 1 of the Riga that is with the same column as her. So if you have boost, even the trigger can still stand the trigger up and swing again with boost, which can change a lot, because her 5k sometimes is just not enough, and if you can get boost, that will help a lot. Yeah, that's basically what she does. Clean up the field so you can multiple call for multiple attacks, and to restand something, counter charge so you can keep going. And then next is another grade 3 up in the deck, which is Annalise. Yeah, I think that's what she calls. So she is also a key card in the deck that helps you to create spaces, but she needs to get boosted. When she get boosted, battle ends, put her into soul, and choose one of Riga plus 5k. That is the hard part with her. You need to boost her. So if you don't have the grade 1 and you only have grade 0, and you have this card on the field, she's only 12k, so she can simply hit any grade 3 Vanguard in overdress, in the era, so you need to boost her with something. Yeah, and if you don't boost her, she stays on the field, so you can't do multiple attacks. So this is the weak point that she has, is 12k, you need to boost her. But other than that, it can help you adjust power because the 5k sometimes matters. But I'm only running 3 is because of 2 reasons, as I said, 12k and needs to be boosted. But she's still a good card, and something that we still need. And I'm running one of the starter order card, mainly to give my give me a chance to get my regards 5k plus, because there are times that like I can't do anything, she's not going away, and maybe other units that is not going away too, so I won't be able to multiple attacks, but I still have open counterblast. Then I can counterblast to make their attack matters and adjust power there. And even anything that boosts can still get the 5k as well, because it's all regards, and you don't have to use it every single turn because it costs you 2 counterblasts. It's quite heavy. You just place the order there and use it when you need. So kind of helpful, but not as great as other pieces. But I find this card is a good backup plan when you basically have nothing to do, because there are chances that once you send 4 of her to the bottom of the deck and send all of these into the soul, then you kind of stuck there. You might heal, she might help you counter charge a lot, so you don't need to counter blast that much, or even you counter blast that much, you cover them back, so you do have a lot of open counter blast and you have nothing to do. What can you do? Add this counter blast 2, give your whole board plus 5k if you need, and try to strike for game. And next, another key card in the deck, Eleanor. So she is a double rare of the set, and it's kind of interesting, at the same time quite hard to control. Her skill is when this unit attacks, you can Soul Blast 2. You can see this deck don't have a lot of souls so far. We get Soul Charge with her, and just keep riding. And then this unit can get plus 15k. At the battle ends, this unit will go to the top of the deck. So she attacks, you Soul Blast, you put her back to the top, and Feltyroza can meet her again and counterblast one and call her out. But if you don't have 4 Soul Blasts, you can't make her powerful every single time. That's one thing. And the second thing is she goes to the top of the deck after you use the skill and battle ends. So if you call her with Feltyroza and you use this skill again, you are guaranteed yourself the top deck is discard and not a trigger. So this is the weak point she has, and again, that's explain why we need a personal ride, because without personal ride, she's only a 10k. If you recall her in 10k, you probably won't be able to hit anything. That's the part that she is weak of, but she allows you to do multiple attacks. I think that's good enough, because you can't also call her back, so you don't lose a drive check anyway, because you go with +1 drive after you call her and you wait for triggers. But if you get personal ride, or you get like some adjustment afterwards to make her hit anything, that would be great. But if you are really going for game, I still suggest you to Soul Blast 2 and plus 15k, because if you lose, you rather go all out and your opponents defend them all, and then you just lose because you did everything you can, rather than just playing safe and let her stay there just for the 5k shield and just do nothing. So this is something that you do need to think about when you use this card during the game. And sometimes she hurts, sometimes she helps you a lot, so just be careful that she really needs to go back to the top of the deck, and just choose the timing. That would be great. And next will be Hellweek. So this is another card that helps you kind of soul charge when you call her to Regard Circle during the battle phase on the Regard Circle. Then you can put her in the soul and draw 1. So because with a personal right, same as Eleanor, she's only a 10k, so you can't swing a lot of stuff, because your first two attack, if you attack them just for 5k shield, they will just intercept. So not like a lot of stuff that she can do, but when you call her out, at least you can fill out the soul and draw yourself a card. And since you +1 drive already, so you still have another chance to call another better ghosty, and +1 drive from there and get some better attacker. And since you do need to soul block sometimes, like her, so increasing cards that get into the soul is really important. And from here, I'm actually using another card that is going to soul block, which is Anselma. So her skill is at the back row, Radar Circle once per turn. During the battle phase, if either of your unit appears on Radar Circle, you can soul blast 2 and draw 1. Just here, so that you can draw yourself some cards to survive another turn, or maybe trying to draw some key pieces so you can personal right, you can prepare for the next turn, but you don't always need to activate her. Just check the soul carefully to balance between these two. That is also one reason why I'm putting one. And sometimes she is quite helpful when you first call her out with Feltyroza skill, because she is also a ghost, and then you call another one, and then you soul blast 2 to draw 1. That can happen sometimes. So it's like an emergency help with an extra draw. Sometimes that helps, sometimes that isn't, but it's better than nothing. But her soul blast cost is quite heavy because it's 2. This is also 2, and we don't have a lot soul charging cards, as I say, only these, and they don't always appear, or these always go to your hand. So we do need to be careful with our soul usage with these cards, then you'll be fine. And then next, I'm running 3 of the Helmina. So she is also another power adjustment. When she appears on Radar Circle, if you do have other ghosty ghosts on your Radar Circle, you can choose one out of Radar plus 5k. So even just put her out to the front row with Feltyroza skill plus 5k to something else, for example her, so that she can hit something helpful, better than nothing. And she doesn't need to be called by skill or during a battle phase, so you can just simply put her down normal call plus something 5k, and she is a boost, and can withstand by Ingrid, can help her to plus 5k, and then just make a 25k column. That's basically what she does. And another key card of the deck is Ernesta. So she is basically a withstand boost, because whenever there is another ghost appear on your Radar Circle during a battle phase, this unit will stand. So doesn't matter where she is, she will stand, as long as you call a ghost out. So say if you don't have Ingrid and you call something else like her, then at least you can boost first, withstand, and boost again. Then at least these 10Ks can still hit something, or her can at least get boosted to give another unit 5k plus. So she's quite important, because sometimes when they are too weak, you really need to boost, and being able to withstand is so valuable right here, which is explaining why she is a double rare. And then for PGs, same as the last build I have with Noronero, that I just pick random PGs. If you're going for a tournament build, then make sure you do have 4 of the same one, so you don't need to fill in the deck list with more difficulties. And entering triggers, over trigger, any over trigger will help, but always lyrical ones first, because the forever plus 10k during a turn is really helpful, especially in this deck, because with a personal right, they always can't be a very threatening multiple attacker, but if they all plus 10k, then things is different. And just with personal right, that's even more pressure to your opponent. And then crits a total of 8, and then 3 draws and 4 heals. So draws are good, but you don't always want to draw your pieces into your hand. You want to call them up by Feltyroza's skill, but we do want some defenses as well, so I'm still running some draws. And because there's no guarantee that I always call 2 ghosties, so I'm not going for fronts, I'm going for crits, that my opponent might just no guard my Vanguard attacks because they think I will just call 2 ghosty and maybe just get another 2 ghosts to my hand as the extra drive check, and that's it. But I have 8 crits, so I can still push them through. I can still be threatening to them with my Vanguard attacks, and they guard it and then put a crit to something else. That can happen. Yeah, so making the multiple attack more threatening, and even just attacking with Feltyroza and your opponent's no guard, you can still put the crit to the re-guard to make them make your opponents to guard them for sure. That can happen as well. Depending on the situation, put your crits on the right units. That can help you win games. Yeah. So that's basically the list, and what you really need to do with this deck is just hope for the best, get your grade 1 lineup in a good position. They always ready to boost, and just activate your skills whenever you can, trying to empty circles so you can keep calling attackers out, and try to personalize as much as you can. Then just keep swinging until you can win. This deck actually used a lot more brain power than I thought I would, because when I first see these, it's like, okay, I just go random, I just, okay, attack, go bang attack, go to attack, and every turn do the same. But after actually playing with the deck, it's like these are going away and they are not coming back because you won't be able to shuffle the deck. These are going to soul, and you probably won't see them again, even if you soul last time out. This one goes to the top of the deck, so can basically causing you a guaranteed death if you're on 5 damage already. So there's a lot of weak points that this deck has, but it's quite fun to challenge yourself into these kind of situations and find the best solutions every single time, because every single game will be different. Every single game, because there are chances that you never meet Ingrid, and you need to find yourself to build up some good power columns, or you don't have soul for her. Do you call her out to attack first or save it for later? These always go to your hand, and there's nothing much you can do about it. With the right line, you get to put 1 card on top of the deck, and which one you're going to put, that's a lot of things that you need to think about, and you can think about to challenge yourself to win games with a more tactical way, instead of just going for random. This deck is random, but at least you can plan some stuff. And how well you plan it, depending on of course your luck, but also on how well you know this deck, and just go with the solution that you can put out and see if you can win. Yeah, so that's basically for this deck profile. It's kind of shorter, but because all things are quite simple and the amounts are like playset, only like a few parts I'm running like 3 or 1, but most I'm running 4, so it's quite straightforward, but at the same time, as I said, requires you a lot of brain power, and try to have fun with it. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and next I will still be doing more free premium stuff, since we do have free clan collection and I do have a lot of decks built. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.